boxers have disclosed Floyd Mayweather's true animosity toward Gervonta Tank Davis. Floyd and Tank have a deep-seated disdain for one another, and their animosity is getting worse every day as they trade verbal barbs. Furthermore, Gervonta recently criticized Floyd Mayweather, saying that Mayweather escaped a possible confrontation with him. In a recent interview, Shakur Stevenson, on the other hand, didn't hold back when he accused Davis of picking favorites and sidestepping formidable opponents like Stevenson. Stevenson made the observation that Davis picked Frank Martin as his opponent because he believes the former WBA regular lightweight champion will win hands down. The WBC lightweight champion Stevenson asserts with confidence that Tank Davis would have faced Edwin de los Santos rather than Frank Martin if he had been more daring. Stevenson feels that Martin's decision to back out of their scheduled bout indicates a true unwillingness to engage in combat with him. Tank would have faced Edwin de los Santos if he was indeed the dangerous fighter he presents himself as. Instead of fighting the fighter who withdrew from our bout, why not take on the fighter who gave it to me? Shakur is getting more and more irritated with WBA regular lightweight champion Tank Davis for not wanting to fight him and for going up against lesser opponents. Tank dismisses Shakur as just another name on his existing contract, passing him off in the meantime. Shakur is still not satisfied, and instead of concentrating on the time of the bout, he keeps criticizing Tank Davis. He highlights his own accomplishments, saying that as the world champion at 3 weights, he has more experience and honors than his opponent. Shakur compared Tank's record to his own, emphasizing that Tank had only ever won one championship, the WBA at 130 pounds. Shakur also implies that Tank's possible rivals could be reluctant to take him on. Shakur understands that fighters in this game are in it for the money, and they do so with the least amount of risk. He admits that fighters frequently minimize risks in order to maximize profits, a tactic they adopted from legends such as Floyd Mayweather Jr. Shakur emphasizes that criticism is meaningless unless a fighter is prepared to take on powerful opponents. Tank Davis, on the other hand, recently shared his candid thoughts about Shakur Stevenson, a possible rival. Davis, who was well known for his direct communication, publicly questioned Stevenson's punching strength and ridiculed his defensive abilities. Speaking about Stevenson's opponent potential, Davis quickly disregarded the notion, pointing out what many considered to be Stevenson's dearth of noteworthy achievements. Davis began the discussion by critiquing Stevenson's defensive skills and drawing attention to what he saw to be a lack of the dexterity and grace required to successfully block blows. He implied that Stevenson's defensive abilities were lacking and urged anyone to show that he could slip punches. Additionally, Davis cast doubt on Stevenson's propensity to back down from confrontations, suggesting that he may be reluctant to engage in close quarters fighting. Davis went on to clarify his evaluation by pointing out that Stevenson's attacking abilities are lacking in both creativity and diversity. He contended that opponents may easily anticipate and deflect Stevenson's attacks due to his offensive style's repetition and predictability. Davis was confident that when fans looked back at Stevenson's previous games, they would not find much evidence of creative attacking tactics. Tank shows trust in Stevenson's ability as he gets ready for a potential confrontation. Renowned for his candid style and unflinching confidence, Davis shows no qualms about taking on Stevenson in the ring. Instead, he is steadfast in his resolve to take advantage of what he perceives as flaws in Stevenson's strategy and is totally sure in his abilities and strategies to secure victory. But Shakur Stevenson thought these comments insulting. He made a suggestion that Davis would find something startling if they faced up in the ring. He warned that come fight night, ignoring him will result in a harsh awakening. Their regular exchanges on social media have developed into a predictable spectacle, and boxing circles are well aware of Stevenson's vocal wish to fight Davis. Still, it begs the question, will this much-anticipated confrontation ever happen? The president of Top Rank provides insights into what could be the boxing scene in the future. He responded, "I hope so," when asked if he thought Tank and Stevenson will face off. It seems reasonable to me, and I believe it makes sense. Furthermore, Bob Arum thinks Stevenson can win against Davis. But why is it taking so long? Davis is the one who makes the final call. Tank is a pay-per-view phenomenon with a lot of power. Because of this disparity in authority, Stevenson disclosed on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast that he was unable to extend any offers to Davis. He said, "Who am I to make an offer to the boxing world's biggest star? What can I give him, exactly? It is not logical. To want to achieve it, they would need to be the ones on their team." In the meantime, during a recent live broadcast, Gervonta Davis directly warned Floyd Mayweather. Tank attacked Mayweather once more in response to Mayweather's recent assertion that Davis and his supporters were the reason behind the cancellation of Davis's fight with Frank Martin. "This is sad," he remarked. "I hope this is only a rumor." This month, Davis made a comeback to boxing after a break of more than a year, mostly to await the WBA's ruling. He successfully defended his title. After his turbulent battle with John Gotti III, Mayweather is ready to make a return of his own and intends to take part in another exhibition match in over a year. Mayweather was about to declare that he will take on Victor Ortiz again, the man he had controversially defeated earlier. There are questions regarding whether the event will go on, though. Given that Mayweather did not show up for the scheduled news conference, Davis responded to Mayweather's absence, which the CDMX government supposedly lost $1 million on. He stated, "He is out here scamming again, taking people's money." After Mayweather declared that the Davis-Martin card was cancelled out of revenge, Davis responded to the 47-year-old by labeling him a hater. "This is such a hater," he exclaimed. He claimed that a fight had been cancelled, but that is untrue. "I am presently fighting this. If you don't stop talking, I'll come to your house right away and take you in." Davis says that Mayweather's supposed absence supports his prior assertions that the senior boxer is essentially stuck in Dubai. This situation arose from Mayweather's inability to participate in all 5 of the exhibition bouts slated for 2023, he only finished 2 of them. Tank also made a strong criticism of Floyd's former mentor in response to stories regarding Floyd's imprisonment in Dubai. He publicly voiced his irritation and disgust of Mayweather's purported behavior, emphasizing his feelings with forceful words. Tank emphasized Mayweather's situation, pointing out that in spite of his lofty declarations, Mayweather is currently unable to leave Dubai due to allegations that he did not fulfill financial obligations to third parties. Davis called Mayweather a hater and highlighted the seriousness of the situation by suggesting that Mayweather needed to make good on his debt. Tank remarked, "He claims all this, but he's stuck in Dubai and won't go because he has been stealing people's money and not performing the tasks for which they have paid him. He truly is a hate-monger." Tank implied that Mayweather should publicly dispute Tank's claims if they were false. He provided evidence to back up his assertions, claiming that Floyd Mayweather had been stuck in Dubai for a long time. Furthermore, Tank said he was prepared to fight Mayweather in person if their paths happened to cross, even if doing so would put him in legal hot water. His disparaging remarks about Mayweather highlighted their long-standing hostility. "He has to give people their money back," Tank continued. "Tell him to go live now if I'm lying. He has also been stranded there for a moment. I don't worry about going back to jail. I'll screw about and knock Floyd out when I see him. What a jerk he is." Tank's remarks highlight a big gap between himself and Mayweather, revealing unspoken grievances and years of hostility. The importance of honesty and accountability in the boxing world is further highlighted by this circumstance. To add even more uncertainty, the former world champion quickly removed the post hinting at the fight on August 24. Floyd Mayweather contradicted previous claims regarding his return to the United States by implying he was stuck in Dubai on Instagram later. To add to the mystery, it has been reported that Floyd did not show up for the exhibition match press conference in Mexico. According to WBN, Mayweather's sudden non-attendance at the news conference has confused media and event organizers alike, leading to conjecture about his possible motivations. Doubling the intrigue is the sudden replacement of Victor Ortiz, who was originally slated to take against the renowned five-division champion in the main event of the evening. The Mexican government, which had a major role in planning the event on their territory, has openly denounced Mayweather's actions throughout the controversy. Before Floyd Mayweather skipped the press conference, Salvador Rodriguez of ESPN revealed that Mayweather's next exhibition bout could be better than any of his prior bouts of this kind. A rematch between Mayweather and Victor Ortiz was almost 4 years away, and fans were excited about what might turn out to be Mayweather's most interesting fight to date. Rodriguez tweeted, revealing the fight's specifics: Mayweather is in Mexico. They narrate in the boxing world, Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis's conflict has turned their mentor-protege relationship into a public feud characterized by allegations and personal assaults. Tank has made no secret of his dislike for Mayweather and his claim that he was trying to back out of a fight. In a live broadcast, he boldly forewarned Mayweather in response to Floyd's recent provocations. The tension increased when Shakur Stevenson accused Davis of picking easy wins, like Frank Martin, rather than taking on more formidable opponents, like Stevenson. Stevenson feels Tank is avoiding a real fight by avoiding him, and he is confident in his skills as the WBC lightweight champion. He draws attention to his own accomplishments as a three-weight world champion in contrast to Tank's solitary title at 130 pounds, stating that opponents of Tank frequently back out of challenges because of the significant financial stakes. This is a practice that many boxers, including Mayweather, have adopted in an effort to maximize profits while lowering risks, but Tank brushes off Stevenson's criticism, doubting his punching force and defensive prowess. He feels opponents may easily counter Stevenson's offensive movements since they are predictable. Tank, assured of his abilities, implies that Stevenson poses little danger. The expectation of a possible fight has only grown as a result of this verbal sparring on social media. Shakur Stevenson is still sure that Tank is ignoring him, and he even suggests that if they ever square up in the ring, Davis may be in for a harsh awakening. It's still unclear whether their much-awaited fight will take place despite their internet sparring. According to Top Rank's president, there is a chance that Tank and Stevenson will battle at some point in the future. But Davis, a big pay-per-view star, has a lot of power because of the power dynamics in the boxing business. Given Tank's standing, Stevenson concedes that making Davis an offer would be impractical. Tank, meanwhile, recently confronted Mayweather head-on, accusing his old coach of dodging a brawl. Tank argued that Mayweather showed a lack of commitment when he skipped a planned news conference for an exhibition fight. The two became even more antagonistic after this event, with Davis publicly accusing Mayweather of financial misbehavior and being forced to live in Dubai because of outstanding debts. Tank's scathing remarks, which included threats of physical conflict if their paths ever met, highlighted a long-standing enmity. The serious division and unresolved issues between them are highlighted by this situation, underscoring the significance of accountability in the boxing world. Mayweather's absence from the press conference raised questions about his capacity to keep his word, which escalated the controversy. According to reports, Mayweather's actions cost the event organizers money, and the Mexican government, which played a major role in the event's planning, has publicly criticized his absence. Amidst all of this, Salvador Rodriguez of ESPN had previously revealed that Mayweather may have considered his scheduled exhibition fight to be one of his biggest, with hopes high for a possible rematch with Victor Ortiz. These intentions, however, have been called into question by Mayweather's no-show, raising doubts about both the fight's future and Mayweather's reputation in the boxing community. Boxing fans are captivated by the intricate storyline that is developing between Mayweather, Davis, and Stevenson, which is also adding layers of excitement to their careers.